Hello, welcome back to my channel. It is Amanda. How are you? A couple weeks ago, I did the very Peri Pantone nail polish picks video with my friend Amy from Nail Polish Baby 90. I'll have that video linked up here so you can watch it. We chose the Pantone Color of the Year polishes that we had in our collection that would best coincide with the Pantone Color of the Year, which is very Peri. I thought it would also be fun to go through my makeup and see what I had as far as the very Peri Color of the Year went. I wasn't expecting to find much, but I found a few things and then a few things that could work. Because periwinkle is probably not a color that most people are wearing for eyeshadow that often. Maybe. I thought I would show you what we have and just give you some ideas. So let's get to it. Alright, first, okay, the disclaimer is I don't know that all of these things are available. I actually think that some of them are not, and I apologize, but again, this is what I have, so if you want very periwinkle and you have them, these would probably work. And if you don't have these, I'm sorry. So I have some, of course this is all eye makeup. I don't have any periwinkle blush or lip products. It's all eyeshadow. Let's start with the eyeshadow singles. There are two cream shadows, first of all. One is from Smith & Co. This is one of their Glitter Baby Metallic Shift eyeshadows, and this is in the color Iris. It's a blue purple, so it's literally none of these are going to be exact matches for Very Peri. I'm just like in the realm of this type of purple. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so the only place that I can see that you can actually get Smith & Co. is on the Smith & Co. website, which looks like it is US only shipping. Oh, I do love their nail polish. This is unrelated, but I do love their nail polish. Anyway, I have 5 or 6 of these Glitter Baby eyeshadows and I love them. They do feel a little bit heavy when you first apply them, but once they dry down, there's no heaviness. They stay in place. The glitter isn't really a glitter. It's a very, oh my gosh. Look at that. Don't you just want to bathe your face in that? Oh, it's so beautiful. These dry down. They don't feel heavy, they are not chunky, they are, I don't know why they're called Glitter Baby because I don't actually think that there's glitter in here, it doesn't feel like it. It's a very smooth cream liquid shadow with a ton of shimmer in it. This is called Iris and it's like, I love that. That is a beautiful color. I just love wearing those. I think that they're beautiful. The next is an item from Kokie Cosmetics. You can get Kokie Cosmetics in several different places. I believe they're still at Rite Aid. I can find it at Meijer. Of course, their website, the Kokie Cosmetics website, it's a very affordable drugstore brand. I think regular price of this shadow was $6. And this is one of their Crystal Fusion liquid shadows in the color Supernova. So this is a duochrome. It's going to look a little more pinky than purple. But if you put this over like a purple base, I think it would be really pretty. So because in this swatch on my bare hand, it definitely looks more pink than purple. Hear me out. Put it over a purple base, purple eyeshadow, purple powder, whatever. It's gonna look real pretty. I do have a Super Shock shadow. This is from Colourpop. I think that they just released a brand new purple eyeshadow with the Amethyst palette that looks kind of similar to this. I haven't seen it in person, so I can't directly compare them. But this is from the Colourpop and My Little Pony collection, and this is called Sunbeam. This is one of my favorite Super Shocks. It's so pretty. It looks a lot like the Smith & Co. Glitter Baby shadow, except, you know, a Super Shock is not quite as dark. It's almost more of a topper shade, but it's like, you know, a similar color composition. I mean, you don't need to hear me wax poetic about Super Shock shadows, you know it. The next is something from Tarte, and I don't know if they're discontinuing these because they're on sale all of the time. Don't think this color is available anymore, and that's unfortunate because this is beautiful. It's one of the chrome paint shadow pots in the color Unleash, their purple shade. Okay, so this is a little more straight up purple than periwinkle. But again, maybe people do have like tons of periwinkle eye makeup. If you do, I absolutely would love to know your favorites, because I think it's a beautiful color that I don't think most people do, you know? So I'm just reminding you to pull out some of these purples that you have and try them out. Let's see what this Color Fusion looks like over this. Oh, it still looks pretty pinky. Okay, well, don't pay attention to me because I know nothing. Because this Color Fusion over this purple shade still looks pretty pinky. Alright, now we're going to get to the palettes. Of course, I do not have a periwinkle themed palette, but I certainly have palettes that have periwinkle-ish colors in them, and that's what I'm going to focus on. I have two from Colourpop. The first is the In a Trance palette. This is their pastel purple blue palette. I think this is like the most periwinkle overall thing that I own. You certainly have the purples here, you have the blue here. This shade is called Future Self. There's a Super Shock shade in here, but this is a nice like white to violet topper shade. And then of course the purple. This is the only palette that I kept from this collection because this is definitely my favorite. I mentioned the All Amethyst palette, and I do actually own that. I haven't used this yet, but this just arrived the other day. This middle shade called Sunbird is so pretty. I really dislike that there's different pan sizes in every palette. It just bothers me. This Amulet shade is way too, I mean, this is like royal purple, but let's just talk about how beautiful it is while we're here because, oh my gosh. I mean, I'm going to swatch it too. It's not what I'm here to talk about, but oh, I love the purple so much. So this is the Amulet shade, and this is the Sunbird shade. This actually looks a little more pink than I thought it would. There's definitely some purples in here. It's all amethyst, and you can, I really like this grayish, like gray taupe. Oh, I have one more Colourpop. Let me get that one out. You could create a periwinkle inspired look with this palette, and that would be the Fade into Hue palette. This is their Mega Rainbow palette. There's every color you can need in here for the rainbow, and this Selfie shade is really a beautiful, I mean, it's okay, like I know this is a stretch, okay, I'm aware. But I'm just saying, if you have this, I feel like you could make this, I feel like you could make these two rows work for periwinkle, you know? I do have two from BH Cosmetics. I really hope that BH Cosmetics is still around for a while. I know they've just filed for, I think it's restructuring bankruptcy protection. I love BH Cosmetics. This is not a secret. I love BH Cosmetics. I was a little sad to hear that, but I do have two palettes from the brand that I think could work for the periwinkle vibes. Again, not dead on, but close. First is the Lost in Los Angeles palette, and again, nothing is a dead on dupe. This purple, or this color down here is, it's more blue than purple, or blue than periwinkle. But at the same time, it's like applying buttery shimmer to your eyes. It's such a beautiful formula, color. So I think that there, you know, you could definitely work with that if you have that palette. The other is the Blueberry Muffin palette, and yes, this is blue, but I mean, Cheat Day is like the most perfect periwinkle matte. Let's just watch how this swatches, okay? I gotta turn my hand right way. Like, freaking, it's so smooth, it's not chalky, it's not patchy, it's so pigmented. Look at this color. Look at this color. Come on. If you have the Blueberry Muffin palette, that would also work. Two from Odys Eye. The first is actually a face palette, and that is the Soul Main face palette. This shade right here, which I just rubbed the name off. Oh boy. This is a white with a violet sheen, violet shift to it. This is meant to be a highlighter, but you can use it probably however you see fit. I also have the Norns palette in here. Not the entire palette, but the shades down here on the bottom, Self and Charming. This is Self and this is Charming. These could be used, like this is Self and this is Charming. Charming is definitely closer to like a blue purple, but then when you mix them together, oh my gosh, look at how pretty my hand is. Look at how pretty my hand is. I really like Odys Eye. I'm wearing an Odys Eye palette today. I cannot wait to see what they release in the coming year. And then the last palette is one from LA Girl. This is the Hot Hot Heat palette in Aloha Vibes. This is definitely more blue-green. This color down here called Plumeria. It's one of the, it looks a little bit silvery, but it has a lot of pinky purple in it. So if you layer this over, you know, a darker shade, you can create periwinkle effect. These are not all, that's I mean, if you mix things together, let's mix these two. Let's see what we can. Ooh, that's really pretty. That is the Island Life and Luau color mixed together. It's Pretty Periwinkle. That's Pretty Periwinkle. And that is everything I own that could even kind of remotely be mistaken for periwinkle. Some mixing required. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do you have a favorite periwinkle? I even looked through some of my single shadows. I don't have a ton of single shadows, so if you have a huge like a single indie shadow collection, you probably have a lot more options than I do already. I don't have a lot of single eyeshadows because I just don't reach for them. But let me know which is your favorite, and are you gonna wear periwinkle as an eyeshadow color or makeup color? Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.